What you was thinking when Tank did that when he took the knee? What you was thinking when he took the knee?
I can't speak on
Can't think on that?
that.
He did some bullshit though?
I can't speak on
You no personal opinion, nothing?
that. Yeah, especially you.
I don't know what happened with the referee. Maybe he was a little starstruck. Maybe he was a little, because he loves Tank. He loves New York. He loves the big lights. The referee with the eyes,
Especially when I seen the other coach on the ring, and the inspector told me one time I got to look over there to see it. He tell me sit down. I'm yelling at him. Who you talking to? I'm coaching. Leave me alone. And he let this guy get up the ring and wipe a spider down the middle of the round.
You even hear moral.
Gervonta Davis is once again in hot water following an investigation into his altercation with Steve Willis. The boxing world is abuzz with reactions after the New York State Athletic Commission refused to overturn the majority draw decision. Meanwhile, Lamont Roach took things a step further, calling for an investigation into what transpired in Davis's corner and his interactions with the referee.
To be honest with you, I think that's a warning, but it's a bit of a bizarre situation. For me, there was a lot of people in boxing that were saying that this is a really tough fight. Lamont Roach is a serious fighter. I said it might not be the biggest profile fight, but it's actually quite a tough fight. And Shakur said to me, even the day before, I'm telling you, he's going to have big trouble tomorrow night. And
quite straight enough, not quite timed enough, not quite the right angle. Bang, it's all over. Like my Italian friends would say. Mwah, mwah. Nick Baffy, God bless you, the thin man.
Lamont Roach also highlighted another controversial moment in the 9th round, but officials dismissed his claims, a decision that may have been a mistake. Now, the commission's questionable rulings have left Davis in a difficult position. While some in the boxing world have weighed in on the situation, many have shown little support for Davis.
Me versus Tank. Yeah, so it's with him, with his pride and his ego and it's hard for him to even, want to get on the phone with me, want to reach out or put all that others to the side. That nigga just got too much ego, I guess.
But where did the beef come from? Because it seemed like he really don't like you.
Nah, he don't.
But why? What did y'all do? Because y'all was cool at one point.
one thing that's kind of baffling is that it wasn't a knockdown. I mean, look, he wasn't hurt. There's no doubt about that. But if you take a knee in the fight and you touch down, whilst punches are being thrown, it has to be a knockdown. I've heard some people saying, oh, that, he should be disqualified. He went back to the corner. I don't
know something funny. When we was talking in like the 12th round, I think the 12th or 11th, we was talking shit, right? But he like, you ain't gonna win. I said, why not? What you talking about? He like, they ain't gonna give it to you.
Upon further investigation, officials uncovered recordings of a conversation between Gervonta Davis and Steve Willis. When asked what was going through his head when he went down on one knee, Davis responded vaguely, saying he didn't really know and couldn't say much about it. When pressed further, he remained hesitant, stating that he couldn't talk about it and had no personal thoughts on the matter. He speculated that perhaps the referee got too caught up in the moment, was lost in the excitement, or was simply influenced by his love for Tank, New York, and the big stage. Although the conversation has not been made public, what was said created enough controversy to land Davis in legal trouble, forcing him to defend himself in court.
Tank or Lamont?
Everyone's got an opinion. Yeah, this is my opinion.
Sure.
It was a great fight. It was a close fight. Depending on what they do with that decision of taking the knee, depending if the commission reverses.
I feel like hopefully this could be the little something that gives Gervonta a little wake-up call to take him back to the mindset of maybe where he was.
Do you think New York State overturns it?
No, I don't think they do.
So fine.
Man, I was surprised, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I thought it was a 10-8. Like that's what really was going on. Like, but I was confused when he looked at the ref, but when he took the knee, I was like, and I grasped the concept that he was on the ground. I was like, that's a 10-8. Yeah. Simple. So I was like, all right, the ref started counting. While I'm looking at him, I'm like, the ref started counting. But I see him get up and go to the corner. So now I'm just like, all right, now I'm confused. I don't know what's going on.
Well-known figures in the boxing world, both retired and active, have weighed in on the situation. Some argue that Davis's fame and status have afforded him special treatment, while others see this as just another chapter in boxing's long history of controversy.
Now, you got Lamont Lamont. You got Lamont one? By how many rounds? I don't know.
I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I am, but I'm ashamed of myself. I am so cynical. But this sport has made me cynical. I'm sorry. I don't see anyone's going to reprimand this referee. I don't. What are they going to do?
I mean, you got to understand, can't underestimate the underdog, bro. He's hungry, you know what I mean? They wasn't giving him no credit. They were making us see it was a slouch. You could run over. You can't do that in boxing. Anything can happen. You can have a great night, believe that. You got to believe in your soul, and I think the key.
Regardless of which side people take, one thing is certain: Davis is in serious trouble, and the outcome could have a lasting impact on his career.
Is that a DQ?
This is not basketball. This is not, this is not basketball where, wait, hold on, my ankle hurts. Hold on, let me take a timeout. You don't take timeouts in boxing. It just doesn't happen. Whether he had something in his eye or not, you have to fight. There's 3 minutes to fight. So if you take a knee, if you go to your corner, I mean, the rules are the rules. And I don't know what...
Should they have counted it as a knockdown?
He took a knee because something was wrong, that he thought it was wrong, that he could do that. He probably thought he was still in the amateurs. You know, in the amateur, take a knee.
Yeah.
You know, it's things that you do sometimes. It goes flashback when you was younger and you think you could still get away with it. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It grabs your attention. Oh, wow, look at that guy. He's on the outside. Yeah, he slipped 4 punches. Bop, bop, bop. He threw back, then he was gone. He was gone. Where'd he go? Yeah, wow, that's sweet science. Yeah, but when you're inside in a dangerous place, in a.
Meanwhile, Roach continues to demand fairness. In an interview, he stated, "This isn't just about me, it's about fairness in the sport."
He took a knee as a counter, as basically a legal knockdown.
And if they do?
Yeah, but the ref said no, but the judge could still count it as a knockdown.
Oh.
For battery, domestic violence. Put your hands behind your back. You got handcuffs?
Hey, dude. You don't get scorched. That is high-level boxing. That is the sweetest of the sweet.
In round number 9, Gervonta Davis takes a knee, landed a right hand, then 2 jabs afterward. What were you thinking when this happened? Were you surprised as everybody else?
Fighters need to know they are being treated equally, that the rules apply to everyone the same way. What happened in that ring wasn't right, and I won't stop until the truth comes out, Roach stated firmly. With a court case looming, Davis's team has remained mostly silent, only releasing a brief statement dismissing the accusations as false and labeling them as an attempt to damage the reputation of a top athlete.
We need a national commission. That's the only thing I could think of, but we're not getting one right now. But the last thing I want to say to put a bow on this one, Bud, we talked about the controversial part, but I want to finish with the great part. That was high-level boxing. Thing that goes with it. And the contrary to what a lot of people think. Oh, that was just slugging. That was just fighting. No, that was high-level boxing. That was the sweet science at its best. At its best. I mean, a lot of people think sweet science with this separation,
Sources suggest that behind the scenes, Davis is under immense pressure and may be feeling the weight of the situation more than he lets on. Meanwhile, the Commission, now facing criticism for its handling of the matter, has promised to review the evidence more carefully. But the question remains, will that be enough?
For an immediate rematch if they don't... Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the reality is can the state call for an immediate rematch? I don't believe they can, the Commission. It's really up to the governing body. I mean, the Commission can overturn a decision or rule on a decision, but can they order a rematch? That really has to come from the governing body.
Towel in his hand.
To me, I didn't think he was stopping the fight because I was so focused on the ref counting. I didn't think he was stopping the fight, but then again, when I look at him in the corner, I'm like, what is going on? I don't know. I don't know now. I just don't know what's going on. Besides the fact that I want this to be a knockdown because it should be.
And you asked him, right? Why you stopped?
Yeah, I asked him literally. I said, "Why you stop counting?"
Now, to Lamont's point, you will see it and you will hear it. Him ask the referee to keep counting.
Will Gervonta Davis emerge from this unscathed, or has his once strong reputation finally reached its breaking point? The boxing world is watching closely, and one thing is certain: this story is far from over.